Hi, Vicki Williams here. We're going to talk about single displacement reactions. So this is where we put a strip of metal in a solution with a different metal and an ion, and we see whether or not the solid metal, which is in its elemental form, can it lose electrons to become an ion and replace the ion that's in solution. Now, if this happens, we will see a change to the metal, a definite change. It'll look like the metal is growing mold almost. So if there's a reaction, then the metal that's an element replaces and is more active than the metal ion in solution. Now, if no reaction happens, then that means the metal that is in the ionic form is more active than the metal in the elemental form, and the elemental metal cannot replace it. And we are also testing hydrogen's activity against the metals. So when we use a solution that is acidic, we are testing to see whether that solid metal is more or less active than hydrogen. So in this case, hydrogen is acting as a metal. Another thing I want to talk to you about is activity of a metal is similar to height. Now, we all know, if I can think of the name of a professional basketball player, but we know he's taller than me. I'm only 5 feet tall. But also, if Kobe Bryant is taller than, let's say, Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse is taller than me, then we know Kobe Bryant is also taller than me. In that way, this activity series is like height. If something is stronger than zinc, and zinc is stronger than copper, then that something will also be stronger than copper. So just keep that in mind, and you can always give me a call if you don't understand what's going on with these. So when you come to question number 6 and you're asked why you can't place hydrogen in the activity chart you've got, it's not because hydrogen is not a metal. Because today, hydrogen is acting like a metal. So that is not the answer to number 6. So you need to come up with a different answer. Okay. As I said before, when we're working with lead, we have to clean it off with some sandpaper to get it nice and shiny. So I got a big piece of lead, and I'm sanding it. See how much better that lead looks? I'm gonna sand the other side, and then I'll cut off a strip to put in our silver nitrate solution. Okay, so here's lead and silver nitrate, and we're gonna watch and see what that does. Looks like right away the lead changed color. Because I got it all nice and shiny. I'm gonna add a little more silver nitrate to make sure I have enough in there. Okay, you can clearly see that lead strip turned black almost immediately. I would say that there is a definite reaction there, and I would say that the lead strip turned black. Now I'm working on test tube number 2, copper 2 nitrate. with a nice shiny lead strip put in. Let's see what happens. Ooh, the lead again immediately went dark. It looks like there's mold growing on it or something. So I would call that a positive reaction. Oh, and you can see even better now how the silver is depositing on that first lead strip in the silver nitrate and lead together. Okay, so I just realized that test tube number 1 was supposed to be silver nitrate and a copper strip instead of a lead strip. So we will do silver nitrate and a lead strip. We will add that to our data at the end. We'll make this test tube number 7 with silver nitrate and lead. Now copper nitrate and lead, which is test tube 2. Clearly you can see that something is being deposited on that lead strip. Now I'm going to do the correct one for test tube 1. Okay, test tube number 1 is silver nitrate plus a copper strip. You can see my nice shiny copper strip. And we're going to watch to see if anything happens. And this is test tube number 1 with silver nitrate and copper. This is test tube number 4. It has magnesium sulfate in it, and I'm going to put a nice shiny little piece of zinc in there. And I don't see anything right away. There's a, oh, there are perhaps a few bubbles on the zinc strip. We'll have to come back and look at that later. Okay, now I'm working on test tube number 5. This has dilute sulfuric acid in it, and I'm going to put a shiny copper piece in it. And let's see what happens. So far I'm not seeing anything. Let's go back and look at magnesium sulfate and zinc. Looks like nothing is happening at all in that test tube.